Welcome to Bad Comedy. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Bad Comedy Podcast. That was me, Jonathan, the guy who wrote Garfield. And I'm here with...
I'm Tony Hawk and a loogie.
I'm Tony Tomahawk. That's a joke from a ghost we used to have here.
I'm Boney Tomahawk from the movie Bone Tomahawk.
Nice. Yeah. They used to call the girls in high school call my wiener Bone Tomahawk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Sometimes they were called
because it would cut them.
No. Oh, sorry. They were called Bone Tony Hawk.
Oh,
because it was so cool and good at skateboarding.
Because it could
no, whatever.
It could launch the gap. It could
launch jizz across a.
It could launch the vert.
Because the vert was.
Could it do the loop-de-loop?
They called it. Yeah, they called it. They called it the Tony Hawk because the vert was so high on it. It was so big.
Interestingly, girls used to call my dick the 900.
Why?
Because it could spin in a 900 degrees.
Like an owl's head?
Like a Tony Hawk. He did the 900.
Yeah, it would spin like an owl's head.
Yeah, basically, but more than that because it spin at 900 degrees. I think an owl only does 360.
Have you ever hung out with an owl and asked him?
I mean, the real answer to this question is yes and yes.
Have you? Well,
he goes, how many licks does it take to get to the center of Tootsie Pop? A 1, a 2, a 3, crunch.
Really?
And he goes, 3 licks.
The owl from that.
I said, hey, wait a second, owl. You didn't lick it all the way. You bit it. It's 3 licks and a bite.
Yeah. What's our Jewish friend from Pittsburgh's name? The old guy.
I think his name was Woody Allen or something.
I know his name. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Is he still
the
patron?
bald guy? Yeah.
What the fuck is his name?
I love him. I forgot his name.
It's like Andy.
Andy, yes.
Andy?
Andy Kaufman.
Yeah, I believe it was Andy. You know, I met a guy who owned the Andy Kaufman estate.
Yes, because we had Andy Mango and
shout out to Andy Mango.
Andy DeWitt.
Andy DeWitt. Shout out to Andy DeWitt.
I told Andy DeWitt he looks like the owl from that commercial, the Tootsie Pop commercial.
Does he? I can't remember what the owl looks like.
He kind of does. What were we talking about before?
Shout out to Andy Mango, our coolest patron.
No, so you've seen owls like spin their heads, but
remember white owls?
Have you seen the most
for smoking blunts?
I do, but have you ever seen the most talented owl that can spin its head full 900?
Yeah, right.
Tony Owl.
They should be calling that guy Tony Owl the way he spun around up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, regardless.
Owls at parties,
Tony
they
Owl.
play. I spin my head right around, right.
If I was a guy who had secret information on the government, like Deep Throat, I would go by Tony Owl. I kind of like that as like a secret spy name.
Owl?
Tony Owl.
That's not that good.
No, it's good.
It doesn't come off that good.
Oh, you like Deep Throat better? Probably.
No,
Pervert.
what? I don't.
Remember Deep Throat gave information on Nixon?
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. In the news, they would refer to the anonymous source that was giving the Nixon lies as Deep Throat.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I mean,
there's a whole movie about it.
Yeah.
Like a comedy movie where they're like doing a parody of the Nixon shit. I don't know.
Well, was it actually called that? Or was
I think
that
it's called
part
Deep
of the comedy movie?
No, that's history and also why they made a comedy.
Well, that's probably before like there was a lot of porn out there and like Deep Throat.
It was a reference to porn.
Oh, really?
I think. Yeah, it was like...
I was thinking it was
because it
more
was the 60s, right? Nixon's the 60s.
What I would think is that they probably were thinking about it more old timey. They were like, "Yeah, he's got a lot of information in his throat."
Yeah, I think maybe they were trying to play on that. I don't know.
Maybe
nowadays it's pretty much we see exactly what it means.
Now it's 100% sexual.
Yeah, couldn't mean anything else.
Yeah. What about shallow throat?
Shallow throat.
That's pretty good. But you said
not if it's somebody you're looking for as an intimacy partner.
So are you talking?
You don't want to be with somebody with a shallow throat.
Are you talking about the name of a spy mission or your spy name?
How about The Spy Who Shagged Me?
That's an excellent movie.
Yeah, dude, it's one of the best movies
that's
ever.
the best one of my opinion.
When I was growing up, we didn't have the internet. You could watch Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, and that could be your whole personality all summer.
I could probably
be like, remember in the movie when he goes, they're always trying to steal my Lucky Charms?
Yeah.
That was so good. And everyone would be like, we love you.
Yeah,
you're the cool dude who hangs out. Now the internet, you got to know everything.
Willie Nelson's in it for 2 seconds.
What does he do?
They're like, Willie.
Remember the part where
it's when they're looking at the airplane that will see a dick in the air. It's like, that looks like a giant Willie, and he's like, oh, that looks like a big wood, and it's like Woody.
Because they do that bit like they were about to say something perverted, but it'd always be something else.
Yeah, so that was so as a kid, that was the funniest part. So
me and my little brother's favorite part was the Lucky Charms part.
Yeah,
they're always after me. Lucky Charms.
But that movie, you can watch it at every age. You can watch it at age 10 years old. It's hysterical. You watch it at when
I watched it 3 months ago.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
I know you watch it in high school and you understand much more of it. And then you get older and then nothing's funny anymore. You watch it and it's hilarious.
Yeah,
that's what sucks about being a comedian is nothing's really funny anymore. Like I don't watch comedies when I like go on.
Well, let me correct you. Austin Powers is still funny.
No, I mean like new comedies. I don't like.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
Have I seen a really funny comedy lately? What I feel like they don't really put out comedies anymore.
Well, they do.
It's a
Kevin Hart movie.
They do like romantic comedies and shit, like where it's like there's another something going on. Or they do it's like an action movie with comedy elements, or the superhero. All the Marvel movies have like just full of jokes. They even get like comedy directors. That guy
for the little quips.
The guy who did What We Do in the Shadows like directs all the.
You know what? I would venture to
Marvel
say.
Movies.
I would venture to say that Marvel humor is British humor.
Why?
The jokes they say in those are the same jokes that Tom Holland and his buddy would say to each other.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. I guess
just the same way they say it. The same. Yeah.
I'm thinking about like what I'm trying to even just remember one of the jokes.
It's just little quips.
In the first Guardians of the Galaxy, somebody makes a joke about like if you turn on a black light, it would look like a Jackson Pollock painting, because like there was a bunch of sex happening in his spaceship. Mm-hmm. So it was like a cum joke, basically. Mm-hmm. Like, Jackson Pollock does the splatter paints.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
It'd be funny.
I was like, this is a kid's movie. What the hell's going on?
In the podcast, those two, there'd be like, Tom would be like, and then they massacred all the gay people. And then Dominic would be like, well, that's not very woke there, Tom.
That is like a kind of joke I guess they do in a Marvel movie.
Yeah, they do quips.
Yeah, they definitely do quips. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. What we need is
they also do this thing where it's like what Thor has a hammer and he's got two hammers and one's big and one's small, and then for some reason Captain America has the hammer and Thor goes, "I'll take the big one, you get the small one," because he's like got a lot of ego.
Or do you think that maybe Thor had a black dad and an Asian mom? That's why he has one really big hammer, one really small
one. Well, no, we know his dad and mom from the show. His dad is Odin.
Yeah.
And his mom is
But Odin's a god.
And they're on the show.
Odin's a god, and he looks white.
Thor is a god.
Oh, I know. But so he looks white, but I think he transcends race.
He's played by a very famous actor. What's the guy's name? Who plays Odin in the Marvel movies?
I think it's Omar from The Wire.
No, it's I think it's someone like Frasier.
Anthony Hopkins?
It's Anthony Hopkins.
Is that actually it?
I think it is Anthony Hopkins.
That's a good guess.
I
just guessed a guy.
You're right to think it's like Frasier, because Frasier is a guy who's pretending to be British.
I've never even seen Frasier.
Dude, Frasier is a show that is not good.
Okay, good.
I've been watching it lately because me and Ricardo are writing Frasier 2 right now.
Okay, good.
We've made a lot of progress. I like it.
I'm happy you told me that, because otherwise I might have started watching it.
Oh, don't watch. I mean, you might like it because you watched Degrassi.
Well, I watched 2 seasons because
2 seasons is a lot. Degrassi sucks.
I know.
The show's so bad.
It was funny though, just to have on in the background.
There's one thing in Degrassi I like. My girlfriend makes me watch the show. But I hate it and I complain about it unless it's the scene where Drake is getting shot. Then I always cheer.
I never got to that.
Oh my God, it's so good.
But no,
so good.
I just love when they're
That to me is to this day Drake's peak in his career.
I just love when they're
he hasn't done anything good since the day he got shot by a nerd.
Yeah, that's
on
true.
Degrassi.
I mean,
Nothing has competed with that.
I think,
and I also don't like that show.
It's just really funny when it's these kids just like being like, I got raped.
Yeah, they're always horrible stuff.
It's a Canadian accent.
I got to steal Oxycontin to provide for my girlfriend.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do.
I think
Canadian.
that's like one of the reasons that Trailer Park Boys is hilarious because they have Canadian accents.
Yeah,
like Trailer Park. Do you ever watch that?
Nope,
dude. That's actually
I've been working on another project. And
it's
people
an amazing.
Comparing it to
It's
Trailer Park Boys.
Amazing comedy show.
Yeah, I'm working on another project now.
It's a fake reality show.
A fake travel show, which I guess is a fake reality show, and people keep comparing it to Trailer Park Boys.
I doubt it'll be like it.
I don't know.
Oh,
I've never seen the show. I can't say.
I have an idea for one of the characters.
Uh-huh.
They'll be named Julian. They wear a black T-shirt all the time. They're always carrying like a rum and coke. And then you got another character named Bubbles. He's kind of R-worded, and he wears like these big glasses.
Okay, I'll pitch those at our next meeting.
And then one more guy named Ricky, who's a huge fuck up, and he always gets him into trouble, and he just all
right.
He lives
Can
in
you
his
write
car.
all this down? I'm not going to be able to remember this.
Yeah, those are just the main characters from Trailer Park Boys.
Oh, okay. No, I knew what you were doing, but
yeah. A lot of people,
I could still pitch that if you want. I guess you can let me know.
They have in the trailer park. There's some rappers there, wannabe rappers.
I seen a clip of this because I was looking up something or other. Because that guy was an actor on another show I liked. The guy who plays the rapper, I think.
The white rapper.
Mentioned. Yeah, I watched the Lunatics with.
I think his name is J Rock in that. Also.
Okay.
And it's actually a J. Yeah, someone brought that up on the pod. J Rock.
Oh yeah, because there's a rapper named J Rock.
I was like, yeah, the black rapper J Rock. But it's J. Y Rock is the black rapper. J Rock is the white one. From
yeah, for sure.
What about J Smooth Jazz?
How about JB Smooth?
Ooh.
Jazz.
JB Smooth, Professor Pizza, our guest we're about to have on, he served pizza at JB Smooth.
That's cool. I bet he liked it.
Yeah.
That sounds like a fun time for everybody.
Yeah. He was probably like, damn, this pizza damn good. He kind of has a lisp.
It seems like a lot of work to do what Professor Pizza does, but then at the end of the day, you're just eating pizza with celebrities and cool, funny people all the time. Mm-hmm. You know, like, that's not bad.
Not bad at all.
A lot of work, though. I'd like staying home. I don't think I could be him.
Well, I like to stay.
He's always out and about. He's got kids. Maybe that's why. If I had kids, I'd want to get out.
Yeah. Just like the movie.
Yeah. It's like the movie Kids.
Get Out.
Or Get Out. You ever see the movie Kids? It's a fucked up movie.
No, I was thinking more of you'd want to do the movie Get Out, so you would change your body to a black guy so that it would look like you disappeared. But
I was thinking the movie Kids, where a bunch of young kids get AIDS from having unprotected sex with each other, and there's R-worded stuff in it.
That movie shouldn't be called Kids.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. They also kill a guy in the park with their skateboards.
That's like advertising like popsicle flavored vapes.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, kids, let's watch Kids.
Yeah, let's watch Kids. And it's the most horrible. It's like a movie. It's like made deliberately to try and offend you. It's like one of those movies.
Did you watch that? I think you might have said you hated the movie. It's called like early '90s or something. It was. I think it was directed by the guy from Superbad, Jonah Hill. It was directed by him, but he wasn't in it. It was about like skateboarding kids.
Skateboarding kids
from like when we grew up.
The Lords of Dogtown?
No. From like when we grew up, not from like the 70s.
I don't have any idea. Well, yeah. It's about skateboarding in the 90s?
I think it's called early 90s or 90s.
That's the name of the movie. Is
something like that.
I haven't seen it.
Pretty good. You ever watch Brink? You like that movie?
I've seen Brink. I don't remember what happens. I saw it as a kid.
It's really good.
Rollerbladers?
Yeah, Team X Blades, you know.
I mean, we know about that, right?
What?
Rollerblading?
What?
I mean, we've talked about that before.
I don't want it. Is there something like you have against it or something?
Who was the guest last week? I can't even remember legitimately.
I don't remember.
Anyway, Rollerbladers.
It was a good guess.
I didn't get the channel that got the gay sex games, so I never saw.
I
never saw the rollerblading competitions.
We had Mike on
the gay sex games.
We had Mike on.
Yeah, Mike Robinson.
Yeah.
Is that when we talked about rollerblading?
Yeah.
When I was a kid, my older brother, he was 10 years older than me, he looked out for me in Indiana. And the way you look out for your younger brother is you tell him everything that's gay and to avoid it.
Yeah.
And rollerblading, everybody knows.
Not everyone knows.
G-A-Y.
Your older
gay.
brother knows that, just like Tupac. I'm pretty
fruit booting.
Maybe you.
Back in the 90s, we had a word for rollerblading. We called it fruit booting.
You and
because
your brother,
you're a fruit with your boots.
You and your brother, because you had no friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inline skating, more like in guys skating, because they're having sex with other fellas.
I don't think that's the case.
What's your favorite rollerblading move? The one where you grind on a pole and then you grind on his pole?
No. Probably just doing. I wasn't that good. I would do like.
You're not good enough to have sex with a man?
You're really pissing me off.
Don't you remember that scene in Brokeback Mountain where they go rollerblading?
No, I haven't seen the movie.
I've never seen it either.
Oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure they have rollerblades.
Then how do you know about the rollerblading scene?
I made it up.
Oh yeah, mm-hmm.
I don't know. I heard they wanted to have rollerblades, but they got horses. And stuff.
Adam Urbanski, please.
I just have been getting lots
Adam
of
Urbanski,
Hollywood.
can you please watch Brokeback Mountain for us to prove that there's rollerblading in there?
You don't have to prove you're straight by not watching it, Adam. You have a wife and kids, so we know you're straight, so you can get away with watching movies like that.
I think I told you this, but I was on a plane to France and I saw a guy watch it 3 times in a row. He was like a few seats in front of me on the right side.
It's probably there's like 2 things. Like the less fun one is just like it's the only movie he has on his computer, which is weird.
No, it was on the little TV there.
Oh no, so he got to pick movies.
Yeah, because it was
How many options are there?
Probably a lot.
Oh no.
Yeah, I mean it was a flight to France, so they have like all the good stuff. It was a long flight. So there's probably
all the good stuff on France.
All the newest movies. Yeah.
I've never been to Europe or over the ocean. I've never been outside of the North America.
That's because you are a poor white loser.
Well, I just don't want to go to places where they don't speak English because it seems gay. Like, I want to do stand-up and talk to people. And if you have some cool thing to look at in France, like the Eiffel Tower, I'll just look at a picture on Google. I don't care.
I will kind of concede on that. I've been to Spain and France.
Yeah.
You can just go to one. It's the
same.
It's the same shit. Western Europe is Western Europe.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go to Germany. I'm not gonna I might go to England just to have some pints and then hit over Ireland.
I heard you wanted to go to Germany so you could see Hitler's grave because you're gonna cry and miss him.
Actually,
because
no.
you were mourning the death of Hitler.
I would pee on it actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pissler.
With tears.
Yeah.
Well, is that his real grave? They definitely have his bones. Well,
we should do something cool with his bones.
I know
that would be a really scary. It's not just a skeleton for Halloween. It's Hitler's skeleton.
But you know how? So there's a conspiracy that he's in Argentina.
Right.
But they actually. They actually did get one guy, Adolf Eichmann, from South America.
Well, supposedly a bunch of Nazis went to South America.
Right. That's why there's like blue-eyed people in southern South America. Yeah.
I was listening to some podcasts about like after the war that there was tons of retribution killings, like tons of people who were Nazis during World War II were getting murdered by like regular citizens for the horrible stuff they did. But and there might have been like 1 million like German Nazis who were like killed just in retribution for the war crimes they did, or something like that. There's like rough estimates. It's all kind of secret, and they don't like talking about that because it makes their like, oh, we were persecuted by the Nazis seem like not as bad because it gives some credit like, oh, there was retribution. There was some retribution murders.
Oh, I'm sure there was a lot of that.
Yeah.
Well, I know that the what's the Israeli intelligence?
ID.
No. It's got like a name that sounds like Middle Eastern. The Mossad.
Oh, the Hamas?
That's the opposite.
Dude.
No, the Mossad. The Mossad.
Hamas sounds like something you could order at a Jewish deli.
No, the Mossad went around and killed a bunch of like Nazis and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But also, I think there was more indiscriminate killing, just like people and military
like
people.
Rwanda, I think that happened too. Like after the big massacre in Rwanda, there was like revenge killings on the anniversary.
Probably. So, but probably the reason they try to hide that is because I'm sure there were some Germans that were definitely just killed.
I think so.
Within it that were forced to do it, but weren't really. I don't know.
And also, you don't want to give them any sympathy.
Yeah.
You just want to fully hate the Nazis. So
yeah,
it kind of makes like the good people look evil.
Mm-hmm. Do you think so? Okay, so if you're from the Xi province of China, okay, just follow me.
Mm-hmm. So there's A, B, C, D, E, F, and G.
So there's people from XI, the Xi province.
G.
Yeah,
I'm a OG.
So, but
young blood.
Do you live there?
I'm an OG. You're a young blood.
Do you live in the? Do you live in?
You're from the YB.
Do you live
Province? Young blood.
Do you live in G?
I'm OG.
Anyone that doesn't live there is a Nazi.
A Nazi. Anyone who doesn't live there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm an OG. You're a young blood. You're from the YB province.
I'm the YG.
Yeah. What up, slime?
What's poppin', slime?
From the slime province.
Who's Slime?
Slime?
Was he a producer?
That's a Young Thug's gang.
But no, there was also...
and he started the phrase like going, "What's up, slime?" And like slime means homie. And then also doing slime.
I think there was a guy named Slime, though, too.
All the guys in his gang have slime in their name somewhere.
Because Lil Wayne,
the YSL, where the S stands for slime,
Lil Wayne,
he's on trial for it right now, and they have all these guys come on the stand, and their name's always like DHS Slime Lord.
I like that.
They're all slime guys.
That's like Xanarchy, like Lil Xan and Xan Frank.
Yeah. Well, his is, but unfortunately, they're on trial for like murder and a bunch of stuff. I don't know if Lil Xan's group is doing that.
Yeah, I think he got sober, so you should probably change.
They're doing like a case where they're getting everyone to tell on Young Thug to make him the leader to take like the account like for all the crimes of everyone else.
Like trying to give them like Rico.
Yeah, they're doing like a Rico thing right now.
Puerto Rico.
Do you even follow this Young Thug shit?
I don't follow anything. Rico, Luis J. Gomez is Puerto Rican.
He's Puerto Rican.
And hey, Aaron Putnam, how about you put some words in his ear that tell us to put us on Gas Digital, or not?
How about you putting a knife in Blake Burkhart's back by talking shit about his?
Yeah. or guess what, Luis J. Gomez? We're going to Rogan because we met a producer that's best friends with Rogan.
Oh yeah, we did meet.
And we're joining that network. So get us now if you want Chicago. Otherwise, we're going to Rogan. We're staying in Chicago, Rogan Network.
I texted that guy once. He didn't text me back, and then
yeah, you got to follow up.
I guess I'll get text him again. I don't know what I don't know what to say to him, Mike.
No, remember
he
thought that you were he was so hammered. He thought that you were the guy he had sex with shamefully.
Oh, maybe I'll be like, hey, just a heads up, we didn't have sex. You're all good.
I'm not the
I give him like a relief. He thinks he's gay.
But yeah, we know some pretty powerful people.
Yeah.
I'd say we're magnates.
We know Professor Pizza.
We do know Professor Pizza. Hey,
he's got a lot of power.
He's a master marketer, masturbator, master Chris Bader.
Yeah, Christopher Bader.
Chris Bader Ginsburg. So Kyle Scantron, Chris Bader's podcast.
Christopher Columbus Bader.
I haven't seen many clips from that Bobach podcast. I wonder how that one's doing.
I saw a couple.
Recently?
Nope.
Yeah.
I saw a couple in the entirety of my life. I saw one or two.
I think
it was Bobek and Scanlon.
Yeah, I think what'd you call him?
Boba T?
No, the other one?
And Scanlon.
I don't know who that is.
Scanlon.
I don't know who that is. Scanlon?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Scanlon.
Who's that?
You don't know Kyle Scanlon?
I know Scantron.
Who's that?
He's the guy who He's a Roomba at Lincoln Lodge.
Oh yeah. The Roomba at Lincoln Lodge. He goes around, takes out all the garbage, and then he goes and sits on his charging station till the next time. It's the only time I've ever seen him. It's when he's doing the garbage. Oh, hey, Jason. He's always nice.
And then he walks into his show Limelight.
Yeah.
Like when...
That's a guy who should be worried about AI taking his job.
Yeah.
The guy who acts like a Roomba.
Yeah. Not even AI, just technology you can buy for $24 on Amazon.
True that. Is your Roomba $24?
It was cheap.
I bought a cheap one for Nora for her birthday.
Nice. That's always nice to buy a cheap gift.
She didn't get it going yet, though.
It's very easy to do. You just kind of get it going, you know?
Yeah. She likes clean stuff.
So just tell her to get it going.
We got a cat. I don't know what the...
It actually makes the floors... You have hardwood?
Yeah.
It actually makes the floors look... It looks like it's like mopped after you do it because it just picks up everything.
That's sweet.
Yeah. I have to hang out with my mop this weekend. Fuck.
You got to hang out with your mop?
Yeah. It's Mopper's Day.
Oh, shit. It is Mopper's Day. Well, I guess when this comes out, it has already been Mopper's Day.
It's Happy Mopper's Day. Do you guys have moms? Raise your hand if you have moms.
Yeah, shout out to all the moms out there.
Everyone raise your hand if you have a mom.
And if you don't have a mom, get out.
Yeah.
Hey, momless motherfuckers, get out.
Yeah, we only want listeners with moms.
Yeah, we don't believe that you're capable of love.
Yeah, and if you don't have a mom, you can keep hate listening, bitch.
Yeah. And if you're wondering what it's like to have a mom, keep dreaming. It's the best feling of all time.
It's amazing.
You'll never fucking get it.
They're so caring. And they're also never crazy. Not in my case.
No. That's not what I heard from everyone in Evanston.
What the?
People in Evanston love to talk about Evanston, dude.
Yeah.
There was some guys who were just like 40-year-old guys came to Power Hour, and they just like went on stage for their first time, and then they all talked about Evanston. I swear to fucking God.
And I went over and talked to them about Evanston.
Did you? Were you there for that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. What is up with the Evanston shit?
Evanston has so much pride.
I've never met like somebody from my area and we don't talk about it. If I do, I'll be like, what's up? And then we don't talk about it.
Also, like when we go to college, we don't say
more knowledge.
We don't say we're from Chicago. We say we're from Evanston. We're not like the Schaumburg pricks.
I say I'm from Indiana and not Chicago,
cool,
even though I grew up right outside.
Exactly. But also, like,
I do say I'm like from near Gary or near Hammond because people don't know my town.
Yeah.
When you're not from a big town, people don't know.
Why do they name it Gary? Is there a guy named Gary that?
Yeah, it was fucking Gary.
That lived there.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll name it my first name.
Dude, it's probably the hardest motherfucker ever. Have you ever been to Gary? It's like
but I'm sure Gary.
Scary Gary, they call it sometimes.
Gary probably wasn't always like that.
No, it wasn't. Gary, Indiana. They used to write those gay songs, like musical songs about it.
Dude, remember?
Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana.
Guys, if you want to hear the best 50s freestyle song ever, listen to the Patreon episode with Mike. I sang a song about being by the soda fountain with my gal.
Yeah.
And it could have been a hit, a real fucking hit back in the 50s, I'll tell you that much.
Well, it's easy to do with hindsight. We know what they were all about now. But imagine you're there at the time, but you don't know the future. You got to make up a song.
I totally made up that song and the rhythm, too.
Yeah, but you just copied like the...
No, I just talked about things that were around back then.
I know, but you sang it in a way that like they invented.
I'll do another one.
Well, I'm just saying it's easy to do in hindsight. You know all their styles now. Imagine not knowing the future.
That wasn't even.
And you're coming up with like you're in your barbershop quartet.
That wasn't
trying to come up with something new.
That wasn't even really their style, to be honest. It ended up getting closer to country a little bit. It was more. It got a little more into the original Hank Williams.
Yeah, it's easy to do it with hindsight.
Yeah, I mean, sorry that I have really good hindsight. I have 20/20 hindsight.
Yeah. Hindsight is 20/20.
Yeah, that's what I have.
I have bad hindsight. No one ever says they have bad hindsight.
What's your hindsight?
I'm always like, damn, I didn't do anything wrong. I was perfectly correct in everything I chose. I didn't fuck up by doing comedy and not pursuing like healthier, safer options.
My hindsight is 0-0. I'm hindsight blind.
Yeah, I got hindsight bias.
Yeah,
Oh,
I never look back.
Yeah.
That's what they say. Never look back.
I got hiney sight. Like I'm always looking at people's heinies.
Asses.
Yeah.
Men's especially probably.
No, never.
Yeah,
I didn't even know men had backsides.
they do.
Because I always look a man in his eyes.
You told Professor Pizza, you said when he was walking out, I love your pizza, but I love that ass a little more. And
I didn't say
he
that.
smacked it on his way out. And
He's
I was
too
like,
small for me to even reach his ass.
I was like, come on, man. I want to be able to
did I have to lay down to reach his ass? He's so small.
Well, now you might not be able to go to Humble Jungle.
What?
I actually called Nathan Wild because when Blake canceled, I called Nathan to see if he'd come on the podcast.
That'd be good. Yeah,
With
yeah.
Professor.
What'd he say? He should come on.
He might have texted me, but I left him a message.
Are they humble or are they humbled?
He's humble. He's he was in the Navy, but he's like the nicest, like normal
Dude, everyone was in the Navy.
Um,
Why do all these people join? I literally know a bunch of people who are in the Navy. I guess I know one Marine. You know Anthony we had on? He was like a Marine.
Yeah.
He's like the softest guy ever.
Yeah.
Never talks about being in the Marines, which makes me think he's done something horrible.
Or it's just more of a modesty thing.
He's got to make up for like what he did by being very nice now. He like has a lot of regret.
Yeah, but I mean,
I bet he sleeps with a gun on the bedside table.
yeah, he really wants to commit suicide.
No, like I think he's scared like somebody might come in and get him, so he's got to have a gun ready in the middle of the night.
Yeah. No,
You ever watch Hitman the movie?
Mine was on my bedside table for a while.
Hitman the movie, he sleeps with two guns right next to him and he sleeps sitting up like fully dressed. Because guys are always busting in while he's asleep and he could just grab his gun and start fighting immediately.
He must get terrible sleep.
It seems like it, but he also always seems better rested than me.
Yeah.
So I'm always like pissed off a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool if movies were real.
Yeah, I love movies.
Do you think most movies are real?
Probably 95%.
Yeah.
It's probably a little bit of an exaggeration. That's why I give the 5 to 10%.
Well, I think like Dune.
Yeah, like that movie Avatar, that's probably exaggerated a little.
Yeah. So there's Avatar, okay?
Uh-huh.
And there's Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Okay. I don't really know I haven't seen either of these things.
Avatar: The Last. Well, you've seen Avatar.
No, I haven't.
It's all blue people.
Yeah, I know the commercial.
They're tall and blue people.
I was reminded recently that when that movie came out, there were people who claimed to have a disorder where they were nostalgic for the fake planet from the movie. And then people were saying they had like a mental disorder where they missed being on the blue planet.
Okay. I wish we were behind the
It's like upsetting to
I wish
hear
we were
this
behind
stuff.
the paywall, but I
Did
think
you want to say the F slur?
no, because I just want to say that I think the FBI should track all these awful people like that and like the lamest motherfuckers in the world and put them somewhere.
I wonder anymore.
Put them somewhere great.
If these things are real, like I heard, you remember when the Joker movie was coming out?
We could put them on. We'll put them on Greenland where it's really green.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
And the Joker movie was coming out, people were like, this movie is going to cause riots. People are going to like become anarchists after they watch this. Do you remember that?
That already happened though, right? Most of the riots.
Well, what happened was, yeah, it did actually work. Look at January 6th and Black Lives Matter during the quarantine.
I think Joker came out after most of those riots though.
I think literally once the movie The Joker came out, a bunch of scientists went to a lab and they're like, I got an idea for a pandemic.
Stop. No. Well,
They're like, it's going to be like the Joker in the streets once we release this. But it turned out it was like the movie studios just made all those memes and stuff. It was all just promotion for the movie so people would think that the movie's crazy. Mm-hmm. And then they'd want to see it more.
All it really was.
And I think that's true when people say like, all the white people are mad we got a black Little Mermaid. I don't think anyone's really mad. I've never met someone in my life who was mad at female Ghostbusters, black guy in Star Wars.
Well, okay.
Or were you mad at any of these things?
Female Ghostbusters.
You were mad at female Ghostbusters?
Yes.
Because the movie sucked or because they were female?
Because I don't want to watch it.
Well, yeah, you don't watch it.
That's why I'm mad at it.
I mean, movies come out that I don't want to see all the time. I don't get mad.
They shouldn't have wasted.
But people were like, you're destroying the legacy of the Ghostbusters.
They shouldn't have wasted Hollywood's budget,
Who cares? It's
Americans'
Hollywood's budget.
GDP on this.
They actually did pay for that. That's what people
This
were
is paid
pissed
for
about.
by
It was paid
by
for
Biden.
completely with tax money. Yeah, they're like, we want a female Ghostbusters to like.
And Black Little Mermaid. I do have one concern with that one.
What's that?
Is it possible?
Why? Because
Is it possible?
wasn't Ursula black?
Yeah, she was
in the original?
She was a lesbian.
I guess she was purple.
She's a purple lesbian.
She was
like
a lesbian, huh?
Yeah, she was a mean lesbian.
That checks out.
She was like Katie Zane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insane in the member. Katie Zane is not a lesbian, I don't think. Is they?
Well, I'm sure
They're
pansexual.
They're
I don't know.
non-binary, and they used to date Michael Cooper.
Yeah, Michael.
So that sounds
he's tooth sexual.
beyond gender.
He's gums.
He's a gum sexual.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard that's what happened is he went to jail and he wouldn't blow a guy, so they knocked out his teeth so
He probably
so
walked
he
in there and said,
he couldn't bite them.
He probably said some old saying, an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, or something, and they just knocks his teeth out, or something, you know?
It's his idea.
Because
his idea of justice.
Well, because he looked them in the eyes, and they knocked out his teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know when you're a boob guy and you're on the internet, you're looking for just tits.
Yeah.
But when you're Michael Cooper and you go to jail, you're looking for justice.
Speaking of tits and ass, I wanted to do an hour of my Def Jam.
Oh yeah, you want to get going?
Yeah. So
I gotta pee. Can I pee?
No.
I have to be here for the whole thing.
So I have this new hour that I'm working on. I'm gonna be doing it performing at a bar 10 doors.
My eyes are getting worse. I was just trying to look at the clock so that I could time you.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Does it say 6 o'clock?
I'm trying to perform this at I'm gonna start at bar 10 doors.
You're so lucky. My eyes are getting worse.
And then I'm gonna.
I'm aging, dude.
And then from there, I have 20/20 hindsight vision, so
maybe I could look at it with my hindsight.
yeah. So I'm performing at all.
I'm just looking at an ass.
So I'm gonna start at bar 10 doors, then go to Riddles, and then I'm gonna go on Netflix. So I'm gonna be like,
you should go to bar Pandora's.
I said, man, this bitch tiny. she I got a call from her, all right, and she said she butt dialed my ass, and I was like, bitch, how the fuck you butt dial somebody?
I got
your ass ain't small enough to type in my fucking number. You don't have my shit saved. How the fuck you gonna butt dial me? Use your ass for something that.
Hold on a second. She butt dialed your ass, like her butt called your butt.
Man, I'm talking about me, bro. My ass.
Your butt, she butt dialed your ass.
Yeah, her butt dialed my butt.
Her butt called your butt.
No,
That's what you're saying to me.
and I was like, how you
You
go?
could, by the way, you could use this if you want for it. Her butt called your butt.
No, it's not gonna work.
You'd be like, what do two butts talk about? They talk about, dude, you ever have a really good poop?
That would ruin it.
And then, well, the two butts are calling each other.
I have an hour. I have to do this.
Do you ever butt answer a call?
I got booked for an hour.
Have you ever butt answered a call?
I got booked for an hour to do.
I know. I'm helping you.
This is like 8-bit open mic, but I have to do it for an hour.
It's a 60-bit open mic.
Yeah. So, all right, hold on.
So you ever butt answer?
Well, I'm gonna get to that.
Okay.
So,
Because if she butt
I
dialed
was
and
like,
you butt
shit.
answered, then really a butt called and a butt answered.
nah.
So her butt called your
I
ass.
saw that shit as a missed call, and I was like, okay, so you butt dialed me. You didn't call
Your
me.
ass?
You ain't call me then to try to hang up
Did she call you or your ass?
me.
Okay.
You ain't just try to call me and hang up. Why was you calling me, ho? Why was you calling me? I know your ass can't type in my phone number unless your ass the size of a finger.
When you say your ass, you mean her. She can't dial.
All right, I'll do
Because
that.
you say
I'll do the hour.
you say her ass. Your ass called me, like with your finger, but you can't dial because you have a problem.
Guys, just go to the next black event and I'll perform it there.
What's the next one?
Just look at any bit. You'll see my face on the main page.
For jokes and notes?
Well, I think that unfortunately What a Jerk closed down, the Jerk Chicken place.
No.
Yeah. So now the only place I can go.
You know what's crazy is before they closed down, they called me and they said they were all out of you.
That's good.
The jerk store.
Yeah. That's kind of like my joke where I'm like, I tried jerk chicken for the first time. He was so mean to me.
That's pretty good. I like that.
But why do they call it jerk chicken?
Why do they call it jerking off?
I don't know. It used to be. I feel like jerk off is more common than jack off because jack off used to be more common. Like
I like whack off.
Whacking off, yeah.
Yeah, whacking.
Or I gotta beat it.
Beat it.
Or I gotta.
And then I'm gonna repeat it.
Or I gotta push the toothpaste out.
Yeah, push a T.
Push the T out.
Push a T.
Metro Boomin wants some less. I need to make this song. I need another song to come out.
Yeah.
I can't.
You're cooked. You got to get it out there, dude.
I guess that's
otherwise you're cooked.
I guess that's gonna make my day.
People are gonna think of you like the same way they think of J. Cole.
What do they think?
Well, he put out a diss track and then he retracted it.
He dissed
Kendrick.
He dissed.
Do you not know about the J. Cole's part in this?
Hold on. You're saying he retracted.
He retracted a diss track.
He retracted diss track.
Yeah, like you retract your penis.
Yeah.
Is that a thing that people do?
That I ever do?
No, you tracked it out and then you retract it into your body.
Not into my body, but I remember one time I went to the hot springs in Colorado not that long ago, and it's really cold outside.
Was that in Colorado Springs?
No.
Oh.
It was in Steamboat.
Weird. Seems like that'd be the perfect place for it.
It was in Steamboat. Not one steamboat there.
Ricky Steamboat?
There was not one steamboat in Steamboat, Colorado.
Was Ricky Steamboat there?
I don't know who that is.
A professional wrestler from the 80s.
Thomas the Steamboat was there.
He famous for wrestling Macho Man Randy Savage in some of the most epic matches of all time.
Kevin Kellum. We're not.
Ricky Steamboat versus Macho Man.
Okay, Marty DeRosa.
Oftentimes considered the best technical match of all time.
Can you stop Kevin Kellum corner?
George the Animal Steel.
Or are you Kevin Kellum corner?
On the fucking in the corner. Macho Man with Elizabeth in his corner.
I know who Macho Man Randy Savage is. Okay.
You know Elizabeth?
Yeah.
Elizabeth, I love you. No. I always show that clip to my girlfriend.
I haven't seen that. No, what I was saying is...
He proposes to his wife in the middle. Macho Man proposed to his wife on live wrestling TV.
People call me Macho Man.
Oh, yeah?
A lot, yeah. And whenever I walk...
When you're hanging out with the YMCA?
No.
When I walk
into a bar, people play Macho
that group.
Man.
That's the same group.
Yeah.
What's they called?
The gay YMCA guys.
They're not. You know, I looked up recently on their Wikipedia. They weren't all gay. Like only a few of them are gay, and it was for gay guys.
Was it for?
But they were kind of more like strippers, you know, like so that it was to attract gay guys. It was like they were whoring themselves out as gay guys, as gay bait.
Yeah, well, I never saw like the...
I forget what they're called.
I never saw like, the music videos.
Because they also do In the Navy. I was telling Drake about like how he's gay because they have a song in the Navy. That's just saying that's Drake's favorite song. Drake DeVerna.
The song... do you think the song "I'm Coming Out"? Do you think that had anything to do with being gay when it was first made?
I don't know. Is that a guy who does that or a girl?
It's a woman.
I feel like it didn't.
It's probably about like I'm popping off on the scene, kind of.
I'm getting out there, bro.
Yeah, I'm getting out there. Yeah,
I'm getting up. People are finding out about my music. I'm a musician.
And then gay people stole this black woman's song about just putting her music out there.
They also stole "It's Raining Men," which was for ladies to enjoy men, but now gay guys are enjoying men with it.
Yeah, and that song. Gay sex, I love gay sex. They stole that from a guy who wasn't gay.
Yeah.
Ricky
Martin, they stole that guy from us.
Yeah.
He became gay. Do you know Livin' Da Vida Loca was originally Livin' Da Vida Gay?
Oh, really?
It was about living a gay life. Livin' Da Vida Gayo. I think that's how you say it in Spanish, gayo.
Gayo. No, it'd be something else.
I think it is.
It'd probably be homo.
I'm pretty sure it's gayo.
Or homo.
Homo, maybe. Homo's Latin.
Homo erectus.
They probably say homosexual.
Homo erectus.
Yeah.
Scientists, are you gay? You came up. The word for us, all of us,
anthropologists,
all of us
are gay.
is getting an erection for homos.
Yeah. You think we all are?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure every anthropologist or whoever came up with the word Homo erectus.
Yeah.
Sounds gay.
I'm not that.
I'm not.
So I guess I'm like some kind of monkey or something
I'll tell you
to
what,
these scientists.
I graduated with a bachelor's in liberal arts and not sciences because I don't believe in Homo erectus.
So you didn't get a BS, you got a BA.
Yeah, I believe in Homo.
I never knew. Do I have
hetero erectus?
Do I have a BS or a BA? How do you know?
I think it's normally a BA.
But the BS is a Bachelor of Science and a Bachelor of Arts.
Normally the standard one is Bachelor of Arts. I mean, if yours is like philosophy and shit, it's arts.
I did philosophy and sociology. Sociology is a science.
I think normally
so I did a science. I had a double major.
I think normally a Bachelor of Science is when like you are majored, if you have like a full major in like geology or like a
science
anatomy.
I did social science.
That doesn't count.
I have a 4-year degree.
That's not real science though.
It's they used to the program I was in was liberal arts and social sciences.
Yeah, classic
LASS
classic liberal
arts and social science.
Can they just call it like? Why do they got to call it liberal arts? Why can't they just call it in the middle of the ground arts, independent arts?
Yeah,
you know.
How about Republican arts?
I like
that sounds honestly bad. Like just a bunch of guys painting American flags.
That sounds
Republican arts.
That rule.
They're like painting portraits of George Washington and flags and like soldiers saluting.
Yeah. or conservative arts.
Yeah, the conservative arts.
No, I mean you would just be.
I'm in a conservative arts program, Republican arts program.
Yeah, I was listening to more Dan Carlin about communists and fascists more.
Did you? All right. Did you come up with anything? Because I listened to that and then we were talking about it and I couldn't remember.
Well, both are like totalitarian.
They're both totalitarian.
They both end up being totalitarian.
Yeah.
Well, communism isn't meant to be, but it always ends up being it.
Right.
And then basically,
but fascism is meant to be totalitarian.
Yeah, and it's also more based in nationalism.
That's what it was, nationalism.
And less based on a specific economic program.
It's pro-business, tends to be pro-business, am I right?
Right. But
which is different than communism,
also,
which is anti-business.
Also, but the problem is all these words can be just kind of changed.
Well, over time, people use them to mean all sorts of stuff.
Right,
yeah.
like Hitler changed it, like what socialism was like 100 times.
Yeah, he called it that as propaganda to get socialists to like what they're doing. They weren't socialists.
Which is genius.
Even though they're called National Socialist Party or whatever.
Genius, yeah. And he would get Bolsheviks to either join his side or come and to get attacked by by using red on their like meetings.
You heard it here first, folks. Mack thinks Hitler is a genius.
No, he was a genius of doing evil genius.
He's a genius of racial theory.
He's an evil genius.
He was. But that's why everyone's like, can you believe, Volkswagen was a Nazi company? And it's like, yeah, he was pro-business. He helped all these businesses like IBM and shit, and they're doing great because he was so pro-business. And of course, they come over here. It's like they were big, powerful businesses that he favored. And
the main argument I was having with you originally about trying to compare communism and fascism is you can definitely compare them because those have been the main.
But he says they're different, right? Like you can't be the same.
You definitely can't be the same.
Okay. But that's what I was trying to remember.
The thing is, communism is more economic and theory based, whereas in a fascism is kind of what the leaders, it's just dictatorship, what the leader says kind of goes, and it's a lot of nationalism about the country or about the race.
Was I right saying communism is far left, fascism is far right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, okay.
But they can both be populist.
Sure. Right. They could both be totalitarian.
Yeah. But the thing is, but you would think that communism and capitalism would be the two opposite spectrums. Right. But I think just since we haven't seen like a empire that is 100% capitalist and like has like killed a bunch of people, that it hasn't been in contention with these other things. I don't know.
Well, wait a minute though. I don't think anyone's ever been 100% communist or capitalist. There's always like,
Well,
what do you mean 100% capitalist?
100% capitalist is that there's absolutely zero regulation or taxing on any.
I've heard people call like caveman times as like pure capitalism or something, because it was like, or no, I think they called it pure communism, because there was like eat your fill and then the next person would eat from the giraffe you killed or whatever.
In small groups, things can work, which is why I like democratic socialism, what they call it, that works in like Finland, but it doesn't work in a massive place like the U.S. You know, it's just like it's one of those things where it can work in an area that has a lot of people that all look the same and have the same. They make the same amount of money, all of them.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work in a place like America where
well,
it's
an
enormous shit show.
You could also point to, though, like some things that capitalism has led to, which are horrible, like slavery.
Yeah.
So you can say, you know, capitalism can lead to some really bad stuff. But if you deregulate like workers, they'll try and get slaves.
But
if you don't make it a rule,
but there's
that you can't
also
have slaves.
like in communism, they would also have like a caste system, and there was definitely slavery in a lot of the communist regimes too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, capitalism, like the whole idea is to minimize cost.
Yeah.
So here's a good way: don't pay your workers.
Oh, I've never.
It seems like it's like always going to lead to slavery.
I never thought that anything should be 100% capitalism.
Right. Well, yeah. I'm just saying. Like,
I'm just trying to.
There are examples of communism being bad, but there are examples of capitalism being bad.
All I'm saying is that
like slavery in America.
All I'm saying is that communism is an economic term. That's the thing.
So they're both economic terms, right?
Yeah. Communism, socialism,
capitalism
are where fascism is not an economic term.
Right.
That's where I was.
And then there's of course
that's
jihad or whatever, or Sharia law.
Well, that's different.
How come nobody ever talks about Sharia law? We should try that out.
Yeah, I don't know what their economic system would be, but that's a theologic. It's not a monarchy; it's a
theocracy.
Theocracy, yes.
Yeah.
But normally those are monarchies, but based on the religion.
Also, yeah, I guess that one.
So the leader is the
man
Islam Pope
of the Islamic Pope.
Yeah, that's what they call him. Pope Akbar.
They call him King Islam. Isn't there a guy named Islam in the UFC, or like 5 guys named Islam?
There's one guy named I think the Pope of Muslim is his name is Islam.
Chris Islam.
Yeah, I love that guy.
It's funny that like
I love those.
All the Muslim people name their kids Muhammad, and then somebody's like, "I'm gonna one up you. I'm not gonna name him just like the leader of our religion. I'm gonna call my son Islam." The whole religion.
Yeah, that is wild.
It used to be you call him Muhammad or whatever. You're like, fuck that. I'm going bigger than just the one guy in the religion. Islam. My son's name is Islam.
I'm gonna name my kid God.
Yeah, that's sweet.
But short for Godfrey.
Somebody used to have a joke about how their cousin named their kid Zeus.
That's awesome.
It's kind of sick.
That's very sick.
Yeah.
In college, I was trying to say that. Once I voted against Obama, I voted for Romney.
Did you?
Because I was Republican at that point. Still socially Democrat, but I was just like, we don't need Obama again.
Do you vote for Obama once and then Romney the second time?
Yeah.
That's interesting because I thought people hated Romney compared to McCain. I thought people liked McCain more.
I was coming out of my family was very Democratic. And
Evanston is like very Democrat, like in general, like that area.
Well, they're all
they're like what's it middle in the middle.
Yeah, but they act very.
But they're
left. Well, okay, so it depends. The Evanston is like
they're center left.
Yeah, Evanston is like a third really rich,
centrist,
and then a third middle class, and then actually probably.
But they're like
a bigger amount.
There's rich liberals though.
Well, I know there's a lot of them in Evanston, but they're all just like kind of they're all just kind of faking it. Like
me and Nura went to go see John Oliver at the Chicago Theater, and it was all old, rich liberals. Like we were the only young people, and she was the only black person in the whole theater.
Well, all they're doing is
all white, old, rich liberals watching John Oliver.
All they're doing is virtue signaling, and every like the tax stuff they don't agree with at all. But they say they do. Like it'll help people, but like they just pretend to be that because it seems like
when Chaz was my real estate agent, he would always talk about Evanston politics.
Yeah,
of like same thing sort of, but I just think it's funny that people from Evanston talk about that like with people who are not from Evanston because I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I never go there. I don't want to go there.
Yeah,
but it's interesting to hear about. I guess I like am interested in just like anything that anybody says. But, you know, I was like, well, it's weird that people from Evanston. I wouldn't tell you like. You know, in Highland, Indiana, it's actually pretty Democrat. It's like the only Democrat part of Chicago, of Indiana, because everyone commutes to Chicago, and it's basically like a suburb of Chicago. So it's like where I'm from, actually all votes Democratic, even though the whole state, it goes Republican every year. It's like the only...
It is weird that Indiana...
But I don't ever say that to people.
It is weird that
because I don't think anybody cares.
It is weird that Indiana's right
but people
there.
from Evanston do think that people care, and they'll tell like me that. I've heard this before from not just you.
Yeah, and then
from other people from
Evanston.
Evanston.
See a black person like, you're black, you're important.
We got crazy segregation in Northwest Indiana.
I mean, Chicago
too. Yeah, we got the same thing. Northwest Indiana is like just like Chicago, like suburb.
Yeah, separate.
We got like towns that are for black people, areas for black people, and then white areas.
Yeah,
we got St. John, which I think is the richest area in all of Indiana, and we have Gary within like within like 10 miles.
A lot of it is like purposefully or like Polish people started here, so a lot of Polacks move into that area, and that just becomes a Polish area. Some isn't on purpose. Obviously, some people don't want to live in shitty neighborhoods.
Yeah, a little bit of that. I mean, it used to be very on purpose, like redlining with the banks. They would just have a map where they draw literally areas where they wouldn't give black people loans. And they called it redlining.
Really?
Yeah. That's a really famous.
Well, but I'm more talking about like
because of white flight.
Italians, the Southside Irish, and there's just like every different neighborhood has you can say a race or you can say a type of white person that lives there.
Yeah. I mean, like literally in Chicago, it's like the expressway, like is the dividing line.
Yeah.
Like above the expressway is white, and below is all the other races, like Hispanic neighborhoods, black neighborhoods.
You are 100% correct. Yeah.
I mean, isn't that a pretty easy line to draw if you're the bank?
Yeah. Yeah, but the bank wants to make money as stuff moves because cities grow, populations grow.
Just like Cheerios, they start putting multiracial couples in their commercials.
Also, how dumb are people that live in like on coasts like New York or like LA, like they have hurricanes. New York and
bad weather
on the East Coast. They can have like hurricanes.
Dude, they could have our incredible below zero winters. You know?
Yeah, but we
New York gets both.
I'm just saying we don't have these.
We have horrible weather here. Everyone complains about Chicago weather.
I know, but
they have like tragedies, but we have just like generally bad weather that doesn't kill you. We do have the remember the polar apocalypse or whatever the fuck?
Yeah, but that happened like
100 cars were frozen to Lakeshore Drive.
I had to work that day.
I got off of work. Me and Jim lived in the most rat hole apartment ever.
I had to drive an hour
and
a half.
Our heat went out during that. And I slept like a homeless person, like a space heater, all my blankets, my winter jacket on, and I couldn't wait to go to work and get on the train because the train had heat. I lived like a homeless guy for like 3 days. Like we had no heat in our apartment during like the polar vortex.
I had to drive an hour and a half up to like Waukegan area to work.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is cool.
That
I have to do this.
I drove to my mom's house where our heat went out during because what happens is everyone's heaters kick on and they break. Because it's like colder, they've never been pushed that hard.
Yeah.
Like literally, everyone's heaters break. So I've had a heater break during the polar vortex multiple years.
Yeah,
during the last one, I drove to my mom's house and I was
also
driving.
Some idiots put it all the way. Like you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Because
it has what happened to ours last time is it has a sensor, so it senses how cold it is, and then it tries to overcompensate. Yeah. So even if you just put it at a regular temperature, it's just like, well, I'm going to have to work this hard to get it to that temperature.
But I think if you...
And it breaks.
I think if you hit it too much, I think it's still worse. I think it's like we got to work extra hard.
You know what happened to ours is a bunch of ice melted and the sensor got wet, and that's why it didn't turn on.
I've had issues like that.
But I drove to my mom's house, and I remember thinking on the expressway, like, if my car breaks down and I'll probably freeze to death.
Yeah.
It was so fucking cold out.
It was really funny.
It was like painfully cold out. I remember my skin hurt after being outside for 5 minutes.
One time in high school, we went to go party at my friend's house during a storm. This is when this song, Like a G6,
was
out. And
I remember that
talking
song.
about getting slizzard. We're like, yeah, let's get slizzard in the blizzard, my dudes. So we went.
What does it mean to be slizzard? I don't remember that.
It's just fucked up.
Okay.
So we just went to his house. And
I remember back in the day,
drunk.
we used to get retarded in here all the time.
We were watching on the TV. There was all these cars stuck on Lakeshore Drive, and then I caught a snapshot. They were interviewing a guy from his car window and in traffic, and it said, "Man stuck on LSD," and then his eyes looked like he was
Hell yeah, dude!
So
You ever heard that song? And they're driving north on Lakeshore Drive, and tomorrow's another day.
Have you ever heard the song Lakeshore Drive?
It's about acid.
Chi-Town Finest.
No, I'm talking about acid thing.
I'm talking
related to what you were saying.
I'm talking about Kanye West.
Yeah. Jay-Z goes, heading down Lakeshore Drive.
Have you ever heard Gucci?
You know what I'm talking about?
Well, have you ever heard Rick Ross where he says, "I was driving down Lakeshore Drive, and I was hanging out with my girl and put a roof. You're gonna drink, she ain't even know it."
Yeah. Kermit did that to Miss Piggy?
Yeah.
Yeah, but just to get her to shut up, right?
Yeah.
Fuck Miss Piggy, dude.
I showed Mike a picture of Tracy Chapman. You know Tracy Chapman? Fast car. You got a fast car. I wanted to get to anywhere. But it's funny, when Tracy Chapman came out with that song, she looked just like Michael Robinson. So Michael, he always says on stage, like, he looks like a young Whoopi Goldberg. He's like, he should say, like, people tell me I look like a young Whoopi Goldberg, young Tracy Chapman. He should add young Tracy Chapman.
Nura had her hair, and she was wearing like a big T-shirt the other day, and I said, you look like Whoopi Goldberg, because she was wearing like a baggy T-shirt and had dreads, and
she was pissed.
She got very mad at me. She almost started crying, and I was like, not your face, just your hair and your shirt. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you don't look like her. Also, I looked up some young pictures of Whoopi Goldberg. She didn't look that bad back in the day, okay? Like, she looked okay. Like,
she never looked good.
People say that, but no, she looked okay. She looked okay.
We'll research this after. We'll make a poll.
People need to leave Whoopi Goldberg alone, man. She's cool. She made Ted Danson wear blackface. That's cool.
She's Jewish.
Yeah, Jewish, I guess.
Who's Ted Danson again?
Some actor guy.
Ted Danson.
I didn't show you the blackface picture?
Ted Dandosimo?
No, Ted Danson, man.
Ted
Tiny Dancer.
I heard this joke Dandosimo is doing. It's he says, I don't really like doing I like doing the standing 69 with my non-binary partner. But they're really small. They hold me upside down.
It's hard to tell. You have to add the really small part because it's not that good. If like me and my non-binary partner always argue who's holding who during the standing 69. This is an actual joke. This is an actual new joke. Whenever I do a standing 69 with my non-binary partner and I'm non-binary, we always argue who should be the one holding.
That's true. Yeah.
Because normally it's the guy's job, but we don't have a guy. There's no guy.
Or like manners, like holding the door.
Yeah, who holds the door? We always argue. Hold the door for each other. We can't go in. We're both trying to hold the door.
Yeah.
God.
What are some of the things men have to do?
Non-binary couples. They're in trouble.
Who pays all the bills?
Yeah, it's like we argue. Like
who buys dinner?
Yeah. Who has to kill the spider?
Yeah.
You know?
No, it's so Dan Decimo was doing this joke. It was Me and my non-binary partner Adam Gilbert, we like to do standing 69. It's always really funny seeing Adam Gilbert hold me up when we're doing this.
Yeah, that's good. Here's the one thing about though being a non-binary.
It reminds me
non-binary
of,
couple
reminds me
is
a little bit of a Sam Talent joke though.
The good thing about being a non-binary couple though is there's always a good date night if you go bowling because they love the shoes. They love the bowling alley shoes. Non-binary people.
Is it because they're
genderless?
Are they always?
Yeah, when you ever rent shoes at a bowling alley?
Yeah, I don't know if they're
Everyone gets the same weird looking shoes.
The
They look like shoes that a non-binary person would pick out, style it like their style.
I actually go to the bowling alleys I go to actually have bigger selection. Women's, men's.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give this joke to Sam T.
Which
who
one?
holds who during a non-binary standing 69.
Yeah, give it to him, and then but say I have the best joke ever. There's a catch though.
What?
You got to come back on that. Or
I don't think we can get him again. I think he's.
I don't think we need to have him again. We need to have London.
I want London for sure.
All right, let's get London.
I think he would do it, but he would never be here without Sam, and then he would just be hanging out with Sam the whole time, and he would never come here. He would never
for an hour.
They're like inseparable with the hip, which makes them not fit in any room. They're too big. They're both too big to be not separated.
Sam can hang out in my condo and watch my 600-pound life.
He's like, I feel like I relate to this.
Yeah, he looks like a fat Nebuchadnezzar, like an 80-foot tall king.
I want to say this about Dan Docimo. I did a joke at Beer Belly that I was working on, and I kind of gave up on, but now I'm mad because Dan has found a different version of the joke that works.
Oh, so we have okay.
My joke was about how Kevin Hart is in too many movies.
Did you give this to him officially?
I never gave this to him. We never even talked about it. I just tried it at Beer Belly. It didn't really work.
Oh, folks, we got
But the joke is about Kevin Hart, how he's in too many movies. And I said, if I was Kevin Hart, I wouldn't fear dying. I would fear living forever because I don't know how you tell where you are. You're just in movies every day. You're acting as the same person.
Commercials.
Yeah, that's Dan's joke. Dan's joke is like Kevin Hart is in so many commercials. You could only buy like Kevin Hart recommended products and live your whole life or whatever. He has some joke about Kevin Hart being in too many commercials that he did after I was doing one about him being in too many movies.
I think that's kind of a bigoted joke by Dan, by the way.
It's bigoted?
Yeah, because I mean, do you not think that black people deserve all the opportunities they should be able to have?
Well, Dan said the problem is he's doing commercials for Israel and Palestine now, and you don't even know what to do.
Well, you donate to both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just to keep the war going.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, if you're going to donate to one, you got to donate to the other, and you got to donate to at least one.
Yeah.
But then it looks like you're on the one side. If you donate to one, so you got to donate.
I just give them whatever money I have left after I give a lot to Taliban.
Yeah.
Because I donate to the Taliban.
That's
my favorite cause.
That's my favorite band.
I donate to having the Taliban kill dogs.
Oh, really? So
I've been donating a lot of money to Al Qaeda and the Taliban so that they kill pit bulls.
I'm not saying stop in a narrow way. I'm saying that in a YouTube way.
Oh, I forgot I thought the other one was for YouTube.
We'll do both.
Wait, you're not allowed to talk about this on YouTube?
Just killing. I don't know. Is it donating to that and killing dogs? Maybe.
Seems like
I don't know.
You got to break a few dogs to make a dog sandwich.
Is that a Stalin original? You got to break a few eggs to make an omelet.
I don't know
because
I didn't know. I didn't even know Stalin was related to that.
I think that's his.
I've heard the phrase a bunch. Obviously,
if he invented that, that's real. Actually,
there's a lot of egg phrases. There's like eggs in a basket. You put all your eggs in one basket. You have a nest egg. You have a break a few eggs to make an omelet. Egg lord.
Blake's an egg lord.
Yeah. There's multiple egg. Don't count your eggs before they hatch.
Yeah,
that's one. There's a lot of eggs.
What came, the chicken or the egg?
Yeah, what came first, the chicken or the egg? We have a lot of egg.
Well, what's that? What's the egg about? That what's that? I'm getting egged on.
I'm walking on eggshells.
Yeah,
don't egg me on.
Yeah, don't egg me on. Yeah. Brian Egg.
Don't egg on me. That's what I always say to somebody who's masturbating.
Yes.
Don't let any of that egg get on me.
Yeah.
Quit yoking it in the bus.
Yeah. When I'm hanging out with Blake, I don't feel like I'm walking on sunshine. I feel like I'm walking on eggshells.
Yeah. And that makes me even more nervous because I don't think Blake would like his head stepped on.
You know who's never walked on sunshine?
Who?
Dale.
No, it would break.
Sunshine was.
I feel mean for that.
What if he walked across?
He would squish it.
What if he walked across a rainbow? It would just shatter.
Broke the goddamn rainbow. Eric West at Power Hour yesterday said something. Nobody laughed. It was one of the funniest things I ever heard. Is that he loves rainbows, and he used to be in the Navy, and he was at the helm of the boat, and they saw a rainbow out over the ocean, and he said, we're driving through the end of that rainbow, and he's like, I drove an American warship through the end of a rainbow. And he's like, you know what happens when you get to the end of a rainbow? It's raining. He said everyone was just mad at me.
Is that what it is? Is it just two storms
connecting? I
I
have no idea.
I've always wondered what it is.
I don't know shit about rainbows.
I think it's this gay shit.
What do I look like?
Yeah.
A rollerblader?
I'm pretty well. I'm gonna have to edit that out. So it'll get demonetized. A lot of rollerbladers in the algorithm.
Yeah, that is true. Rollerbladers love watching YouTube.
But okay, so if they ended up in rain at the end of the rainbow, is this a true story?
Yeah, supposedly.
Okay, so it must.
He told it kind of out of nowhere because John Hickok was the drinker. You should have came through. John Hickok was the drinker.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a good one.
He didn't tell me because I was bullying him.
I think he said he was avoiding you because you've been pressuring him to buy insurance.
No, not even insurance.
Something.
He has zero investments. I'm telling him to open up a retirement account. Stop being an idiot.
I always pictured John as an old man with like a bunch of kids in a mansion, and he's like he becomes old money for shooting guns on YouTube.
No, what?
Like his family, our family made all their money shooting guns on YouTube. That's how we got our start. We invented shooting guns on YouTube, and now we're old rich people.
Yeah. He's so dumb. Like, no. All I told him to do is invest in a Roth IRA, which is tax-free growth retirement account.
He said, "I'll invest in the IRA in
Irish
Ireland,
Republican Army."
Yeah.
But yeah,
he's been funding a terrorist group.
I mean, okay,
just like me.
So this is what's gonna happen.
Just like I've been donating to
his dad's not going to live.
You know who to do you know what.
His dad's not going to live forever. Okay. John's going to be the face of that. No, his dad's way cooler. His channel is,
honestly, they both seem so awkward. I can't believe how famous they are. Have you ever watched their Hickok 45 videos?
No, but his dad.
They're both kind of awkward.
His dad is like a cute, old, awkward kind of. You know what I'm saying?
But do you think that? I feel like guys watch his channel though, so he shouldn't be cute.
Well, like it's just like an old guy. It's funny that it's an old guy doing it.
Yeah. He's like. But when he dies, I'm sure all his people who like him are probably getting close to dying too.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a bunch of old guys like him.
So John's
got to start a new generation.
Yeah, John's not thinking about how once his dad dies, it's going to take a massive nosedive, and he should have some type of money invested.
It probably will take a massive nosedive.
Yeah.
But maybe not.
I mean, it will go downhill.
It'll change for sure.
Unless he...
But he might be able to make it into something new.
Well, I think that's what he's trying to do, stand up, but he probably makes $20.
I think he's doing fine. He's great at stand up, by the way.
He is great at stand up.
And I also think he doesn't.
But I
don't think he needs a lot.
What?
I don't think he needs a lot in life.
Yeah, no. All I'm saying.
I think he just blows money because he has it.
Yeah.
I don't think I think he's like whatever.
All I'm saying is.
He's kind of a weird guy.
Yeah, he is a very weird guy. I'm just saying. It's dumb for him.
Oh my God, is he in love with Junior Stopka too? Like you were saying that joke for a while, but Junior came to Power Hour, my God, John was like, he was saying on stage as the drinker, the best comedian in the world is here, and everyone's kind of being like, okay, you're kind of ruining these other people's sets who are supposed to be going up because you keep on like it's Tom Chang's turn and you keep talking about Junior Stopka during Tom's set.
I wonder if Junior likes him or not.
I think they're fine. I think they're.
But he's like so.
I don't think John could really talk to him like interpersonally because he's like too much gravitas for him.
Is they too scared to talk to him in person?
I think I did see him talk to Junior like, I'm gonna hit you up. I got your number.
I think I introduced him to Junior one time, and Junior doesn't like me that much. Like me and Junior are fine to hang out, but like he's not like a fan of me. Yeah,
I don't really know. I like Junior a lot. I'm always a little nervous to hang out with him, but also he's always drinking and I'm not.
Punched.
Yeah, he used to punch me in the arm at North Bar.
You should start wearing shoulder pads.
Yeah, whenever I'm with Junior, I like to put on a lot of padding. I'm like a hockey goalie.
You asked to borrow Scott Darling's.
Yeah. Oh, you're drinking tonight, Junior? Hold on, let me go out to my car. I just got to get some pads out of the trunk.
I was talking to Scott Darling the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How's he doing?
I don't know. I'm gonna hang out with him soon.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in a long time. I think he's what's he doing? Is he still doing stand up or is he gone beyond the Chicago scene? I feel like he got rejected in a similar way as his opener Brian Rowe, and then he's sort of moved on to like a bigger or different like way of doing stand up.
I don't know what he's doing.
Like he was opening for some guy.
I'll hang out with him outside of comedy sometime. And
one thing I noticed is that he was like, I don't think he was willing to fail at stand up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, because
like he was new and he doesn't want to be bad. He just wants to just be good automatically. And he came on here and claimed that he didn't mind like paying his dues, but I don't think he wants to pay his dues.
But after so much time,
when you're a millionaire, why would you want to pay dues? You don't need to.
He thought that by now probably he'd be more.
Yeah,
you know.
I see a lot of people do that. That's why people quit like after a year or two.
People thought I was gonna quit like 6 months in.
I'll be honest, you haven't been going to a lot of mics and stuff. What are you doing?
Well, I didn't. Quit.
You teetering on the edge. It feels like you got one foot out when you do that.
I just haven't been writing much, and I don't know. I mean,
why haven't you been writing much?
I just haven't been writing out many full jokes. I just have like some premises.
Okay.
But no, I'm not out of comedy. I mean,
I know you do the podcast, so that's comedy.
Yeah, I mean, this is.
But stand up itself.
Well, stand up's kind of gay. You have to stand up.
I mean, stand up sucks. Stand up is a bad thing to go into. It's not good for anybody.
Yeah, so why would I do it?
Here's an annoying thing about stand up too is I talk to these other stand ups and they act like I'm not doing anything because I don't do as much as them. But all they do is go to stand up shows and local shows. It's like you're not doing anything either. This isn't helping you get anywhere.
Also, yeah.
Why are you acting like I'm writing a thing, I'm doing a podcast. I do a bunch of stuff, but people think I'm not doing anything just because I don't do the stuff they do.
This is the Max Sorge, Brian Rowe argument. When I I was doing mics still too, just not as many.
What is Max Sorich argument? What do you mean?
Like he was like, you don't even do comedy.
Oh.
But at that point, I was doing mics.
Well, they think stand up is all a comedy.
Yeah. Well, they think.
I think you do have to do stand up to. It's like you need to find a way to get a connection to new people.
Well, there's
like if you do a podcast, you're never gonna meet new people.
Oh, you're totally right. No,
so you need to like do something.
Well, my issue was I was a hermit because I was studying for my shit. And then now I'm building my shit.
Yeah.
And
I mean, just when you do something that forces you to stay in and not do stand up, it's hard to get back in the habit. Like after quarantine, I didn't want to start going out again. I was like, I've been sitting at home.
Quarantine.
Something I never want to be is quarantined, like where you can't get corn.
Yeah, dude. If any restaurant that I go to or any place that's not playing corn, they don't.
Something takes a part of me.
Yeah,
when I'm at that a place like that.
Yeah, so they don't get my business. I feel I freak out like a freak on a leash in there.
For real.
And
something takes a part of me.
I kind of come undone and I just sprint out of there.
And my Adidas.
Yeah. And then
all day I dream about sex.
And then I have to go back home and then just order DoorDash.
Yeah.
Corn Dash. Yeah. Oh, I was gonna ask them if they had corn pizza.
Ooh, I've had that. I've had that before.
Or I'm gonna ask.
I had a Lotes pizza. Have you ever? You know a Lotes?
I'm gonna ask Professor Pizza on the next when he comes on.
They have it. It exists.
Really?
Yeah, a Lotes pizza has corn on it.
What?
You know a Lotes?
Yes.
They have a Lotes pizza.
What about what about goodbye taste?
Cheese and corn.
What about goodbye taste?
Hello taste. Elo taste.
Goodbye taste. And it kills you.
Also, Elo is
I know.
the chess system of points.
I know.
Elo.
You know that? I know that.
How?
I'm saying, do you know that? I know that.
I think I did know that.
I don't know that.
Elo. It's actually named after a guy named Elo.
It actually came
Yellow.
from.
I thought it was an acronym for a long time.
No, it came from Pirates of the Caribbean when they say "Hello, puppet" in the little crack of the closet, and they say it's Keira Knightley.
All I remember is the guy's got Ursula as his chid.
You know what? The people, all the pirates on the Black Pearl,
Yeah.
they all kind of remind me of the people that live at Brandon Kiefer's house.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me.
They're all just like gross, smell bad.
I think, and Brandon is the fucking captain.
I guess he's the captain.
Yeah.
He's so small though.
I'm just trying to I can't. I've never seen this movie. You haven't seen the first one? I saw Pirates of the Caribbean 3 at a drive-in theater where I was hanging out with my friends and barely watching. We were like sitting in the back of a truck talking the whole time.
And you were making out with your dude friends?
No. I was in high school.
And making out
No, I
with
was
your
talking
friends?
to girls. I liked talking to girls back then.
What was his name?
I go, hey, girls.
You go, what's up? They go, nothing much.
I say, what to do.
Say, hey,
I say, you guys want to call Mike Jones? He's been putting his phone number out. That's the kind of shit we did in high school.
You say, this is how I talk to girls. Hey, how's the day?
We'd be like, let's call Brett Marcusic and see if he'll bring us a pizza when he gets off work.
Let's call Greg Bartusiak.
Because he worked at House of Pizza.
I wonder if I can call somebody from here.
So Pirates of the Caribbean, Johnny Depp, he plays a pirate. As we know, pirates are kind of mean guys. They steal.
What about Somalian pirates?
They steal music.
Well, they're mean too.
I'm pretty mean. I steal a lot of movies. I'm a pirate myself.
I had Adam Addis pulled.
I gotta go pee and.
Well, you were talking about something.
I was like, Amber Heard is suing Johnny Depp for being a bad drunken partner. She married a pirate. What do you expect? Didn't think that one through, did you, Amber Heard?
Yep,
you're like, oh my god, my husband is so abusive. My husband, the pirate. Are you listening to yourself right now? Can you Amber Heard what you're saying?
Yeah.
Or have you heard what you're saying out of your own mouth?
You said all these
Amber
jokes
Heard?
during that time.
Yeah.
Did you say those on stage though, or no?
Maybe.
You should have, because they were very funny.
I was doing some some topical humor at that time. I had a whole bit about how I think Jada Pinkett Smith should just wear a wig and shut the hell up.
No, the misheard one is good.
I'm like, black women wear wigs all the time. Why you don't have to be bald, Jada Pinkett Smith?
Yeah, the misheard one is like, yeah. The lawyer's like, misheard. She's like, what? You can't hear me? Misheard.
I don't remember that.
It's like you misheard what I said. Misheard.
I for some reason, while I was working from home, watched like a guy break down the whole trial. So I was like obsessed with the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial. It was a waste of time.
You're a girl, dude.
What are you talking about? Why does that make me a girl?
That's what girls do.
What
would do that?
I like drama. You know, Johnny Depp is like a cool. Remember Johnny Depp? You don't like Johnny Depp?
This is gayer than what you claim rollerblading is.
It is not gay.
This is
like
10 times gayer than liking rollerblading.
What about it?
This is tailor made for.
I've never even seen the Pirates of the Caribbean 1, which you've seen.
That's for dudes. That's some good shit.
What's for girls in this?
The drama of Amber Heard.
But don't you want to know if Johnny Depp hit her? That's for dudes.
I'll look it up. I'll look at the highlights.
Punching women is for guys.
No, you're flipping this. This is a straw man argument.
I like true crime. I was Amber Heard supposedly threw a bottle at Johnny Depp that cut off one of his fingers.
Okay,
so that's cool.
I'll read that in the highlights.
Yeah,
but you're a girl because that's what girls do.
It was when I was really into psychology and I wanted to know their psychological breakdowns also. Because I think Amber Heard is borderline personality disorder.
Well, now I'm going to have to look into your past and see if you were a rollerblader.
You know, Johnny Depp had a tattoo that says wino. Yeah. But it actually used to say Winona.
Yeah. Why didn't you just make it Vino?
Well, he changed Winona to wino.
I know, but he could have changed it to
I guess
Vino.
he could have changed the W to a V.
Yeah, so it's like wine.
It's easier to just cover up the NA, though. Something Johnny Depp has never known, being an NA. Because he's got a huge drug problem.
It's a good place to be.
That's where he needs to go.
Well, Mike Robinson wants us to go with him, he said.
I'll go.
Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, do I have to quit?
Well, no.
Can I shoot up it?
Yeah, we have to do a lot of heroin and then go. But if you got,
you know who the heroine of that trial was? Amber Heard.
Yeah, you watch too many.
That's what they call you when you're a female hero.
Yeah,
of that in a movie.
I want to look at the percentages of male to female that were following that trial.
There was a bunch of dudes.
I bet you watch like when the
internet was full of dudes defending Johnny Depp as like a bro, you know? There was like, this is false allegations of a woman bringing down a man. There was like a lot of alt-right people defending Johnny Depp.
Well,
there was a lot of dudes who were into it. And there was a lot of liberals who were like, no, getting canceled. It was actually more of a liberal versus alt-right sort of thing going on the internet during this time.
I love getting into that type of stuff.
See, maybe it's not so gay.
I'm joking. That's the worst thing in the world.
It's not gay though.
It's gay. It's extremely gay.
It's for people who are into January 6th and Black Lives Matters. It's those people.
I'm not into either.
It's like Ben Shapiro probably has an opinion on this.
I was there January 5th. Nobody even caught me.
Ooh, that was a good time. No lines at the gift shop.
Yeah. I dressed up as a ninja. Snuck in.
Yeah. With your wire ties?
Well, me and Adam Quaslow.
Were you the wire tie guy?
No.
I was the wire tie guy.
Me and Adam Quaslow went, but he couldn't fit through the window. Yeah.
Imagine Adam Quaslow dressed up like a ninja. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like him with like a sword and everything. He'd be Beverly Hills Ninja.
He would be. I'd kind of like to cut off his arms and legs and kind of like use them as like, you know, those
a bowling ball?
No, like when you're a kid, those balls like that you jump up and down on. You
the hopping
with a little
kind
handle.
of ball.
Yeah. And then just kind of
I don't know what you call those.
Jump around on one of those, you know?
Hell yeah.
I like to do that with Adam Quaslow.
Yeah, I think you could take Harry Breitner and use him as a jump rope.
Yeah.
He's so skinny.
Mm-hmm. And Edison, what do we do with Edison Rex?
Yeah. He could be
bones. We can make cool canes.
You could roll Adam and use Edison Rex as your stick, and he could be like your hoop and stick.
Yeah, because Edison Rex is just bones. Other brittle bones, probably. Yeah, I'm guessing they're brittle.
Yeah, he's like a bird.
He's like a brittle bird.
He looks like Carrot Top's skeleton.
Yeah,
yeah, like who's just Carrot Top's hair and bones.
Right. He's like if Tommy, not Tommy Pickles, if Chucky, from Rugrats, didn't grow up to be cool and funny like Carrot Top, and just became like a
heroin junkie,
pretty bad comedian, heroin junkie, yeah. And got into beef with Harry Breitner.
Yeah.
He fucked up getting into a beef with the Spy. I'm just going to say that. I got my money on Harry Breitner.
Spy versus Spy.
All right, folks. Well, we're going to close up on that, Spy versus Spy. If you want to know why Harry Breitner is a spy, you'll hear about it.
Join us on Patreon.
Yeah, you can hear about it in a million past episodes.
Patreon.com/badcomedy.
Patreon.com/badcomedy. And we almost forgot Cool Steeper Club. It's our tea subscription service.
CoolSteeperClub.com.
Yep. 25% off with promo code badcomedy. It's somewhere between 20% off and 80% off. Just type it in. You'll figure it out.
25% off.
Or more or less. Probably more.
I hope it's not less because I think you can get 20% off for no reason.
Oh. Well, guess what? There's an extra 5%. So if you use the 20%, you're dumb. Please don't use that. Use the bad comedy one so we get credit for it.
And we'll get money.
Yeah, we'll get like not much money probably, but we'll get money. Also, well, what do you like about it?
I love the tea. I drink it all the time.
I know.
I like how easy
too.
it is because you just put the tea in the pitcher overnight, and then you got caffeine in the morning. I'm a caffeine in the morning guy.
Well, what I say is,
and it's cool. It's nice, cool, cold brewed tea. You don't got to do anything. It's not like your coffee set up. You got to get the rig and the heat and the water and make sure it's all set up. Just put it in the fridge and forget it. Set it and forget it.
It's put the tea in the steeper club and steep it all up. Put the tea in the steeper
tea
club.
Tea goes cold outside my window.
I like so my two favorite.
Cool steeper club.
I like the Kenyan Black, the Barack Obama
Black,
and the Cranberry Kenyan Black because it tastes just like a cranberry Barack Obama.
I'm asking for him to get a Cheeto orange tea, so it's like the Trump.
Oh yeah. Oh, you should get
because the Kenyan Black reminds me of Obama. How about a Cheeto white?
Yeah, that's true. I did want to say one last thing.
They do have white cheddar Cheetos, which are good.
Yeah, that's true. How come like dumb far right and far left, mostly far left, I think, get really good vocabulary when there's like something going on?
They go to college to get more knowledge,
or like unprecedented, like during the Crove crisis. Everyone used the word unprecedented.
Oh yeah,
an unprecedented amount of times. It was
during what did this happen?
During Crovid.
Oh
yeah. During that
Crow versus Wade.
Crow versus Wade. Yeah, during Crovid. No, during
Crow versus
during the viral video in 2020. They got the viral video that was sick.
Yes, the VHS.
No, but then also like people called.
I call it the dirty VHS.
People were calling Donald Trump a demigorgon. Like Stranger Things didn't even come out yet. Yeah,
a demigorgon.
Yeah, they're like
what's a gorgon?
He's an evil demigorgon.
A demigorgon?
It's demagogue. It's demigorgon.
What's a demigorgon? Is a race of. It sounds like an alien.
Yeah, it's no, it's like these evil like monsters from the upside down called the demigorgons.
Is that from
but it's
Stranger Things? I've never seen Stranger Things.
I'm trying to come up with a joke that connects demagogue and demigorgon.
You know what the real Stranger Thing is with Stranger Things? Was Drake messaging that young girl from Stranger Things. So that was a stranger thing than the Stranger Things.
Yeah, and she...
Millie Bobby Brown's text message thread with Drake.
And she had a buzz cut, so, I mean, chances were she had cancer, and he was trying to hit on her. So
how old was she? 11?
Yeah. 11 teen.
That was her name?
Yeah.
Wasn't it? I never seen the show.
Billy Bob.
Yeah. I'm saying Drake's hitting on Billy Bob Thornton when he was 11?
Yeah. It's like, Drake, how old are you?
Yeah, what the hell? How did Drake hit on Billy Bob Thornton when he was 11? I thought Billy Bob Thornton was older than Drake.
Yeah.
If Billy Bob Thornton was 11, then how old was Drake? Negative?
Yeah, they say black don't crack, but Jewish do crack. So we got to figure out what's going on with you, Drake.
Yeah. They say Jewish squish. Black don't crack, but the Jewish squish.
Jewish cracks for sure.
Jewish squishes.
Yeah, Jewish people look old as hell when they're old.
Yeah.
That means 13% of me is going to look so old.
Dan DeSimo has a great joke about Jewish people.
Oh, yeah.
He said if they're really shapeshifters, why are they all so ugly? I got John Hickok yesterday. I forgot to tell you this. I go, me and John are friends even though we don't agree about every single point. Like John told me he doesn't think little peoples have a soul because a soul wouldn't fit in the little person. But we're still friends.
And John, we have different musical preferences. Like I love like hip hop.
We did get in an argument.
I'd be like, I love like, you know, mostly hip hop and like a little bit of like R&B. He just loves the Sons of Anarchy theme song.
Dude, we got in an argument if liking Metallica was gay, and I was saying, yeah, Metallica's gay, and he's like, you're gay. I go, I like rap, and he goes, rap's gay, and I go, no, black people hate gay people. And then Kaya goes, no, they don't. And I go, I'm talking about cool black people, not like you, Kaya. I'm talking about not like the black people who went to college.
Yeah.
Black people hate gay people.
Yeah.
And then
we're talking Jamaicans.
This was all during my set.
Kai said, oh, really?
Yeah. It was fucking insane.
Kai said, no. I think Kai sucked a dick to play Xbox.
Oh.
Unless he said that on stage.
Is that the cost?
I guess.
I'm good on video games, I guess.
It might have been a funny, ironic gay bit, but he could be bisexual.
God damn, I'd suck a dick to play Xbox right now.
Yeah, Kai Almighty. Kai.
Kai Almighty. Is that like
guys all in
Evan
it.
Almighty?
Guys all in me. Is it more like it?
People who come from Evanston love Evanston so much they treat it like Evanston Almighty.
It is.
Isn't that a movie, Evan Almighty? Isn't that the sequel to Bruce Almighty?
I think it's Bruce Willis.
Remember Bruce Almighty?
I think it's Bruce Willis.
With Ace Ventura guy, Jim Carrey. And he's God.
Yeah, I actually love that movie.
And isn't Evan Almighty?
I think there was one
with Steve Carell, maybe?
where he was Noah,
Ooh, I like that.
maybe.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I tried to write a joke. Somebody told me it was a Jamal Sanders joke about Noah being like a school shooter. Like God was a school shooter and he told Noah, don't come to school tomorrow when he gave him the boat and then he shot everyone in the world. Kind of is like the same thing.
That's pretty good.
But somebody told me Jamal does that joke.
Oh, I was watching a Jamal joke and then I realized that it was Hannibal Buress's whole essence.
Oh my God. You think Jamal stole Hannibal's essence?
Someone I know does.
Ooh. Who's that?
We'll talk about it on Patreon next week.
All right. Patreon next week,
All
folks.
right, folks. Follow Jason at Cool Jason Melton.
Yeah, that's me. Come to my show on June 8th at the American Legion post, the FDR post in Chicago. We got Donnie Townsend coming to town. We got Junior Stock. I'm going to book some more people and going to have a band, hopefully.
You should book me.
It'd be really fun.
As the opener.
I'm trying to diversify it. We got enough humans. I'm trying to get some goldfish and some... I'm going for diversity of species.
Oh, put Mike Robinson on it.
What is he?
Black.
No, I'm looking for diversity of species, not race.
Adam Gilbert.
I'm looking for a golden retriever and a goldfish.
Josie, the dog.
Josie, we could have. Josie, I've seen her act. That was a little bit hack.
Harry Bright.
Josie's a fucking hack.
Harry Brightner's a translucent fish. Or you could
I get Harry Brightner from the cave.
Harold Patrick's a lizard.
Harold Patrick is a gecko.
Yeah. So there you go.
Junior goes. Junior at Power Hour kept going. Underneath that, Harold is a man. He goes because he came up to me. He goes, "Hello, sir." Like Harold kind of talks like an older person, even though he's really young. And I was just thinking the whole time, underneath that, Harold is a gecko. All right, that's my plugs.
So his show is actually an after party from my birthday on June 3rd.
Oh, your birthday's June 3rd, huh?
Yep, birthday June 3rd. Probably going to throw a rager. Most of you are not invited. If you're a patron, you're invited, unless like you're a weird June creep.
3rd.
If I don't know you well, try to bring hot chicks, you know.
Yeah.
We'll be doing
No rollerbladers allowed.
Yeah, we'll be doing this might sound gay. I'm trying to make it not sound demonetized. We'll be doing Blizzy off Glizzies.
Yeah, that sounds gay.
Yeah.
We maybe you could do a big that night. You could do a big podcast. We'll get microphones for everyone at the party.
We'll be.
You can have like 100 people here, and we'll mic them all and record it.
I'll just.
What do you think? We'll make your birthday party a big all night podcast.
I figured it out.
I couldn't think of anything more fun, honestly.
That might be the worst idea ever. And it would for sure get broken.
If somebody edited it, they would kill themselves. Trying to edit that.
I have a better way to phrase the glizzy thing. If you want to snort coke off of a Glock, we'll probably not be doing that because that's illegal. Actually, it's the
gun part is legal, but the other part is illicit substance.
Yeah, but we're talking about Coca-Cola, folks. And follow me at Bad Boy of Comedy on everything. I'm gonna start posting some new content. I'm gonna be doing stand-up maybe.
If you're gonna snort coke off a gun, don't you kind of want a rifle? So you could do a really long line down the whole rifle.
Or a bazooka.
Yeah, bazooka.
Well, no, what you want to do is get a bazooka and then make a big line on the
ground. How about
the
turret of a tank? I just want to do it on the whole turret.
Well, what you do is you rip the turret, or you rip I think that's a turret. That's the barrel. The barrel of it.
The barrel,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But we rip that off. And
I have Tourette's.
And then make a giant line on the ground and use that as a straw.
Yeah. Oh, my God, use it as a straw.
Yeah.
You'd be able to get so much.
Dude. Or rip a trunk off an elephant
I always felt jealous of Jewish guys who do cocaine because they get to do the cocaine and they get to smell money.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah.
I enjoy that.
I like to use a $1 bill when I do blow because I'm a humble guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. At Bad Boy Comedy on all platforms. Spy to Cancel Jason on Twitch.
Jason Melton Twitch.
I'll be canceling Jason once I find the right stuff. I screen record all of his Twitches.
I have them all too. I could send them to you.
Well, I know I'm just finding the cancellation parts.
Oh yeah, sure. But I have the full raw episodes if you need to, like, if you're missing
Stop trying to raw dog me. That's weird.
No.
And what else? Money.with.mac. I'll be posting more on there. It's just advice on your finances. And if you want to be a client of mine, I can do investments and life insurance and save you on home and auto insurance. And I have about $2 million assets under management already.
Nice.
So no big deal. People trust me with their money. You can trust me too. This is not just, you're not giving me the money, you're giving it to these big companies. And the podcast will get a piece. And I'll do a free consultation, 360. Just DM me Bad Comedy with saying that you want a free consultation. It'll be free. Do you have anything else, Jason?
Nope, that's it for me.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Mac, thanks for coming on. You're welcome, dude. It's really been a pleasure. I've wanted to be on this one for a long time. And hey, folks, I want to end with a Korn reference. What's another line from a Korn song? That's the one I thought of too. I was like, okay, all right. So, folks, every podcast, something in it takes a part of me, and I know that we all were meant to be. Love you guys.